drew this picture, Shilpa, in Rise and Shine. Draw your quest was one step. That one day I'll be standing on the stage and I'll be sharing my story of transformation. So it is cliche to say this, but yeah, it's a dream come true moment for me. So thank you so much for this privilege, this opportunity, this platform. How many of you are in midlife right now? Can I see by show of your hands? How many of you have reached midlife just to realize that you are no longer in touch with that person that you once dreamt to be? Neither my story is different than this. When I was in my young adulthood, when I had just begun my career, I had just started my family life, I used to think कि अब बस कुछ सालों का स्ट्रगल है, उसके बाद तो अपनी लाइफ सेट है. I always believed that my midlife is going to be the most stable chapter of my life. But, however, ये बट तो आना ही है, right? हाँ? लेकिन God's script may not always match our plans. भगवान की मर्जी हमारी मर्जी से और ये होती है. In 2009, when I was 27, I was about to give birth to my son. Hey, by the way, just 2 days ago, my son celebrated his 16th birthday. So, ये 16 साल पहले की बात है. तो 2009 में I was about to give birth to him. I was diagnosed with endometriosis. Now, people from medical world, they might know this, but for others, endometriosis is that particular disease where the blood tissue inside your uterus, which bleeds every month during your menstrual cycle, that grows outside your uterus. It doesn't know that it is outside uterus, but it keeps on bleeding during every menstrual cycle. And because it doesn't have a way out, it keeps creating clots there. So over the time, if you ignore this, it can be fatal for you because it starts sticking your organs, internal other organs together. Okay, so of course, when this was diagnosed, I had to undergo a complicated C-section surgery, which kept me bound to bed for next 3 months. My complete leave after the delivery went bound to bed. Moving, twisting, tilting my body was challenging for me. Even holding my baby in my arms just to do a simple proper breastfeeding felt like a nightmare. After delivery, within 4 months, I had to resume my IT job back. I realized my physical, mental, emotional health was compromised. My productivity had completely diminished. I had lost urge to learn something new. As a result, I couldn't cope with the increasing demands of my career. I couldn't catch the speed with which the IT industry was booming. As a result, I became a rageful and angry, agitated person. I became rude. Uske baad, it soon started crumbling my personal, professional relationships. The well within me of love went completely dried up. I no longer knew how to express my love towards others. Forget about others, how to express the love towards myself. I started hating myself. Instead of enjoying and loving motherhood, which is seemingly the beautiful, most beautiful phase of a woman's life, my nights went weeping, cribbing, yelling at God, why me? On the surface, everything looked just perfect. Extremely loving husband, overly caring, pampering family, brilliant holidays, a high-paying job that one can dream of. I was working with Accenture at that time. Before that, I was working with Capgemini, IT giants like that. Everything was just amazing, fascinating for others. But inside, I was hollow. What I was going through back then, now I understand being a mindset coach, that it was postpartum trauma. But in 2009, nobody knew about it. And that went undetected and untreated for a very long time. And everyone around me, including myself, kept brushing my struggles off under the tag of normal motherhood struggles. Every woman faces it. What a big deal about it. But it kept on crushing me more and more. As I kept on struggling, my body kept on collapsing more and more. In next 5 to 6 years, I underwent few more surgeries. I underwent few more hospitalizations. मैं ऐसे सिर्फ चेकअप के लिए जाती थी, सोनोग्राफी कराना है, एक सर्जरी निकल आती थी. It made me weaker, more physically weaker. 2017, the final blow came. Doctor said the endometriosis has become so chronic that removing the uterus is the only cure. And I underwent yet one more complicated surgery. That surgery not only broke my body, but it broke my spirit. My body lost all its flexibility. 3 months of complete bed rest after that. Heavy doses of antibiotics, steroids, a whooping weight gain of 15 kgs. I became rigid not only in my body but in my mind as well. The physical extremities took further toll onto my career. I was snatched away from the promised promotion that year. My confidence completely shattered. I no longer wanted to thrive in my life. Rather, I no longer wanted to live. Eventually, one day, out of sudden despair, helplessness, I just resigned. That time, seemingly, it was the best decision because I wanted to take a pause. I wanted to take a break and figure out why and what is happening with me. Everyone asked, why turning your back to such a promising career? But my soul flame really was craving to rekindle. Even after leaving the job, struggles did not end. I found myself trying and tapping multiple random things with no success. The main reason, I had no mentor in my life to help me plan my life, how to restart, how to reboot, कहाँ जाए, किधर जाए, कुछ भी clarity नहीं थी. Life just felt like a downward spiral with no way to rise up again in life. Physically weak, emotionally burnout, and अब तो financially भी broke क्योंकि job भी नहीं है. Ultimately, I fell prey to panic disorder. कल श्वेता ने बात की थी panic disorder, तो मैं explain नहीं करती हूँ क्या होता है. The anxiety bouts, those panic episodes kept me in their grip for 2 straight years. That was the rock bottom phase of my life. I had lost all my vigor, all my hope to fight back with life. और ऐसे में जो सभी करते हैं, I just did that. I completely surrendered. I prayed. I prayed hard. When there is a strong urge from within, stronger results appear. वो कहते हैं ना, अंदर से जब एक strong prayer आती है, तो blessings भी उतने strong आते हैं. At the end of 2022, वो blessing शिल्पा के रूप में लाइफ में आया. ये छोटा पैकेट बड़ा धमाका. एक वेबिनार ऐसे रैंडमली अटेंड किया, वो भी बहन ने जबरदस्ती करवाया, दीदी कर लो, कुछ तो फायदा हो जाएगा. I attended it and my soul instantly knew this is what I was seeking for. This is that missing piece in my life jigsaw puzzle that I was searching for. ज़्यादा कुछ बिना सोचे समझे जो प्रोग्राम शिल्पा ऑफर कर रही थी वो ले लिया. That we are everybody's talking about one decision. तो मेरा ये वाला decision था. That one decision on that day proved to be the pivotal point in my life. And after that there was no looking back. Sincere और intelligent, grasping power वो तो पहले से सब था ही मेरे पास. It's just that वो कहते हैं ना कि लोहा जंग पकड़ लेता है, वो किसी ने हटाने की जरूरत थी, वो शिल्पा मैम ने काम किया. I quickly finished all the ladders in all the steps of the self-transformation ladder that Shilpa has created in this community, whatever she has designed. So the silver membership, then gold membership, the diamond membership, life coaching certification program, I did all that. On top of that, now at this moment, I am proud to be in platinum membership with Shilpa. That was my biggest achievement. I never thought I could do or I could reach that level. Shilpa's programs helped me rediscover that lost Shubha, जो मैं कहीं खो चुकी थी अपने लाइफ में. My body, my mind, my soul thrived here in this community. My health started improving. My anxiety bouts vanished as if था ही नहीं कभी मेरे साथ. My relationships blossomed once again. And the biggest miracle, I found my soul purpose. I realized I can not only take care of myself, I can not only change my mindset, but I also have the capacity to transform others' life by giving them healing, coaching. It is Shilpa who helped me convert my pain into my purpose. By holding her hand, I entered into this magical territory of healing, manifestation. And now, I feel inspired. I have stepped up to have this soulful mission, to be on this soulful mission, to help midlifers like you who have fallen victim to their midlife suffering, to help them, to get them to clarity, to direction, and help them rewrite, redesign a new story for their midlife. My midlife now stands on 4 unshakable strong pillars. I want you all to repeat with me. Passion, purpose, potential, and productivity. Passion, purpose, potential, productivity. This 4P model that I learned through Shilpa. And now in my Shubharambha life coaching school, I take my students into a life transformation voyage. Everybody calls it life transformation program. I call it life transformation voyage. It's an ocean. Life is like an ocean. You take your ship into it. There are storms, there are waves, there are challenges, unknown challenges. But when you have its navigation in your hand, that becomes a voyage for you. And that becomes an enjoyable voyage. This was taught to me by Shilpa. So, based on this 4P model, I've designed my program. And I'm really in great gratitude to Shilpa for this alignment in me. I bow down in front of her for this Midas touch that she gave to my life, which now I'm able to cascade that magic to my students. Not to forget my loving husband, my parents, my family who had been the strongest backbone to me in this journey. And last but not the least, to all you beautiful, fascinating MDLS community members who have always showered their blessings and love upon me. As a mentor, as a life coach, I feel immensely proud when I see my midlifer student community members. They are recreating amazing, fascinating stories by redesigning their midlives. Career upgrades, saved marriages, money miracles, dealing with their childhood traumas, mustering and showing courage to set up their new businesses, overcoming suicidal thoughts, innumerable stories I have got of my students where I feel proud of them. But as today's honorary guest said, Beena said that I'm just a channel. कोई करवा रहा है मुझसे, मतलब मुझे पता ही नहीं कि मुझ में ये बात है कि मैं उनको ये ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन दे सकती हूँ, किसी का मैरिज सेव कर सकती हूँ, किसी को बिजनेस सेट करने के लिए करेज दे सकती हूँ, बट ये मुझसे हो गया. So I learned that transformation is when you decide to change, when you choose yourself, when you choose to evolve for yourself. That time universe aligns right people for you, right resources for you. So remember, egg can break open in two ways. Once it breaks open, once it is broken from outside, the life ends. But when it breaks from within, a new life starts to bloom. So the one powerful message I am leaving you all with is that midlife is not a crisis. It's a bold invitation so that your soul can re-rise again to write a new chapter in your life. Thank you so much.